Good day and welcome to Chess Corner. In today's game, we have a game from Fide candidates still, and we're gonna look into a game between Grandmaster Vidit against Grandmaster Nakamura. This is actually from round 9. Well, basically, this is a must-win situation for both of them if they would like to catch up in this tournament and hopefully play with Grandmaster Ding Liren for the World Championship. Well, let's get right into it. So we have e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, and then knight f6. So we have like an Italian game on the board. We have d3 only, and now h6, c3, and then d6. We have castle, g5 now. Well, it's like too aggressive in this move, you know, g5 right away. Actually, the suggestion is to go bishop e7. You can also go a6, and then we can also go g5, but this is not the main choice. It's like very aggressive. We have g5. So after g5 we have knight bd2, bishop g7. So all right, that's the idea. We would like to pinch out of the bishop there. And now we have bishop b3, a5 was played, and now a4. We have castle, and now knight to c4. After knight c4 we have bishop to e6, rook e1, rook e8, h3 only, and now queen d7. If you're gonna take a look at the position, there's actually a possibility of sacrificing the bishop here on h3. But for white, I think he has still like sufficient defender. He has the knight, the queen is close, even the rook. So here we have bishop d2 only. Rook d8 was played, and now queen to c2. We have b6, and now bishop to a2. So it's like awaiting a move, and now knight to h5. So probably would like to go f4 and then at some point maybe f5. But now we have knight to e3 only. We have bishop takes a2, rook takes a2, and now we have knight to e7. So Nakamura would like to add additional attacker here on the king side, and now d4. So right away Vidit strikes on the middle because that's actually one of the golden rule. If you're actually attack on the wing or on one side of the board, then you may have to counter on the center. So here we have capture, and now we have capture. We have d5 now, and now we have 5. Rook c8 by Naka probably would like to play c5 to counter on the queen side. But now here we have rook a3 only, and now we have c5. Capture. Well, as per computer evaluation, not the best countermeasure here. The suggestion is to go knight g4, or you can also go queen b3 here. So knight g4, we have queen b3. But anyway, we have capture, and now rook takes c5. Probably that's the reason why it's not the best move because of there's actually an attack now on the queen. So here we have queen to d1. There's an idea of knight takes g5, and then capturing the knight here on h5. So now we have knight f4, and now we have b4. Tempo on the rook. So we have rook to c8 only. We have capture, capture, and now recapture. Well, if you're gonna evaluate the position, basically white is just up one pawn, but it's still a possible pass pawn. So here we have knight to c6 only, tempo on the bishop, and now we have bishop to c3. We have capture, and as per computer evaluation, not the best countermeasure here. The suggestion is to go rook cd8. All right, adding additional defender here on the pawn and the possibility of pushing it later. Or even bishop takes e5 is also a suggestion. But anyway, we have capture, and now capture, recapture with a bishop. Knight takes d5 now, an excellent choice. And up to now, white still up material, like one pawn up. The knight is actually centralized as well. And this knight moves here is kind of dangerous because in this position, if you're gonna capture, there's also a capture here on e5, and there's always an option of discovered check here, attacking the king and the queen. And if you're gonna capture with the bishop, you're gonna lose the queen by a queen takes d7. So here we have knight takes d5, knight takes e5 now, threatening to capture the queen. But now we have queen to e6. And right now, it's actually an advantage already for white because of this pass pawn. And as you can see, the queen is actually pointing at this direction. So here we have rook to d3 only, adding additional attacker on the knight. So here we have knight to f4, and now we have rook to d6. Again, tempo on the queen, and right now, the only way for you to go is somewhere here. I think it's only a2. That's the only square for the queen right now. So here we have queen a2, only move. But now again, Vidit picks up another pawn on h6, and it's pretty dangerous because, as you can see, this rook is pointing at this direction. So if you can somehow maybe add additional attacker here on h7, or maybe here on f7 as well, it's gonna be good for white. So here we have queen to b2 only. But after queen b2, now we have this queen f7. An excellent move still because right now there's an option to basically capture this. Queen takes f7. And if you can capture this one by a rook takes e5, then there will be a check, capturing the rook on c8. So here we have queen to b3 only, depending the f7. But after that, we have queen to f5 now. So white was able to basically reroute, and now the queen is actually threatening to check here on h7. So here we have knight to g6. But in this position, we did actually found the best move. If you're gonna take a look at the position right now, white has three attackers on the king. However, for white, the only piece which is actually depending is this knight here on g6, and it's actually attacked three times now here. So here, Bidit played rook takes g6, an excellent move, and this is actually the part where in Nakamura, Grandmaster Nakamura resigned. But let's take a look why did he resign here. Say for example, f takes g6. Okay, this is the only move. We will have queen takes g6 with a check. And right now, if you're gonna take a look at the position, you basically have two options. You can go f8 or h8. If you're gonna go h8, then we'll have queen h6 first with a check, and then king g8 again. But after king g8, we will have another check here on g5, index g5, and here the only option for you to go is king h8 again. But after king h8, we will have queen to f6 with a check here. So right now here, the only option is probably to go h7. But after h7, you will have queen g6, and then the king has only one square, which is h8. But now here, it's actually almost checkmate because you can just simply go rook e4 with the rook left here, and you cannot stop the checkmate in this position. But let's go back. What if capture, and in this position queen takes d6, we decided to basically go on, let's say h8, or not h8, maybe f8 rather. But if you're gonna go f8 now, it's actually checkmate in one by knight d7 here. You can't go because it's covered with the rook. These are actually covered as well, so it's actually really winning for white, and there's nothing that black can't do in that position. Well, that's our game for today. I hope you like it. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching Chess Corner. Bye bye now.